Hi, I'm Nathan, and you can learn more about this app at PTMax.app. I'm going to give you a little bit of a demo of how the apps work. As you can see, I've got two phones on screen. The left one will be the coach, who I've already logged in as, and the right one will be a client. So this is the coach logging in now. And his name is Marcus Reed for the sake of the demo. And now we have Layla, the client. And just for reference, PT stands for personal trainer, although if you're watching this, you probably are a personal trainer, or at least involved in that line of work. So well done. I hope this stuff will help you. All right, so let's go over a couple of points I've got to walk through here. First of all, we're seeing the coach's dashboard on the left, and we're seeing the client's dashboard on the right. I'm going to focus on the client's dashboard over here, and I'll explain the client's one in a second. But at a glance, you can see a few things. You will be able to see on a day-to-day basis how many sessions you have booked over here on the top left. On the top right, you've got how many clients you currently have, and you can click into that if you like and see a list of those clients, and we'll probably come back to that in a second anyways. Same with the sessions, actually. You can have a look around and get a calendar. And anything that needs your attention. So if you have any credits outstanding, one of the features of this application is that you can take payments off platform. So when someone pays you, you'll be able to just say to us that, yes, I've accepted the payment, or no, they haven't paid yet, and we'll help you track that so you can keep an eye on how much money you're owed as a personal trainer. The whole point of this app is to help you run your business. So we're always open to feedback, but hopefully this will be helpful. You also have any requests that might have come in from some of the clients if they've wanted to reschedule. Maybe they want to cancel. Part of what you can do as a coach is set up your policy on what your cancellation allowances are, whether you would allow people to cancel in advance, how long in advance, that kind of thing, along with other terms and conditions, but we'll also go over that later. Another example of someone who's asked to reschedule here, and you can approve that if you like or not. You get what else? A list of up next. Like if we confirm these guys here, because you won't see these rescheduling requests as often as you would see your daily list of up next. You'll typically see your what do you call it? Your homepage look more like this. There might be one request and a list of up nexts. We're just gonna agree with the scheduling conflict there, and you'll have a list of this is a more typical representation of what you're going to see on a day-to-day basis. As far as onboarding is concerned, if you want to add a client to your roster, you have a QR code. You can have someone just take a picture of that, or you can just share the number, 657-704 in this case. This is a test account, so it will be deleted after this demonstration. But you as a coach would have your own code, and your clients will be able to, when they register, express that they are working with you. So either they can scan your code and most of it's done for them, and if they log in with Google, they basically don't have to do anything. It's like 2 clicks. Or they can just like go to PTMax or download the app, and it will say, do you have a coach? And do you have his number or her number, her coach number? And if they do, and they enter this case 657-704, it would link them to you straight away. So then we can look at, as a coach, some of the things that are going to be interesting to you are packages and sessions. So you're probably familiar with the concept of offering a set of sessions and giving kind of a discount for doing that. We treat that as a first-class concern here. So I've had the app built in such a way that when you register as a coach, we'll give you a selection of templates, which you can change. There's a little edit button here if you like, and you can change the price and how long it takes for them to expire, and how many are in that package, and a few other bits and pieces. But basically, they're just a kind of a guide. Typically, they've come from a market research. So typically, you have like a free session that you'll give for new business, and like an ad hoc session, a pack of 5, pack of 10, pack of 20. But you can just add a new one if you like, and make it whatever you want, and you can delete the existing ones. They're just there as hopefully to be helpful. But the idea is that when you allocate someone one of these packs, some terms and conditions will take effect. So we're going to switch over to the client's phone now, and I'll just give you an example of how that's being used here. So in this case, Layla has, if she clicks her packages, she's bought the 20 pack and she's used 4 of them. As a client, she can request a session from you. If she goes to her profile, I believe, there's, the home page, upcoming with Marcus Reed, you can see just sort of around here. We'll show the coach's name. I think it shows up in another place. But this does a lot, and I don't remember it all now. But basically, you can go to you can see that she's got one of these packages. It will show you how much she has left. She's used up some. Some have been booked in advance. And if she were to look at her schedule, and actually if the coach were to look at his, you'll see on Friday 31st, you've got a schedule with a session at 4 a.m., which is around the time I'm recording this, with Marcus Reed, and then obviously the coach's phone shows that he's got one with Layla. One of the things to mention at this point is that there is limit enforcement. So if Layla has only got 16 sessions left, she can't. You wouldn't be able to give her more without some friction. So it would say to you, look, she's used these all up. Are you sure you want to schedule another session when she doesn't have any left? Same thing with her, from her side. If she were to try and request a schedule with you through her packages, one of the big things we do here is express to them that you're running low, and you actually can't book another session until you renew your package, and then there's a payment flow where they can actually pay for your packages. So I'm just going through my list here. So we're looking at sessions, booking, decrementing, rescheduling. Yeah, so okay, if we look at the coach's side of this, and they look at one of their clients and say, for example, Elena Petrova, they can schedule a session. So it's a kind of an example of how you might schedule a session, I guess. Choose your focus, it's optional. How long it will be for, and whether it's in person or virtual. Now, this has an effect on the way the time records are kept as well, because if you are doing your sessions virtually, the time will be different if you're in different countries, whereas if you're doing them in person, what matters is the time you've got to walk through the door. And it's especially important because, as you can see, if we press this QR button in the middle here, and we press the QR button on the middle of the client's phone, one of the things that you can do when you scan the device of the coach is check in. And the point of that is that we will now decrement the amount of used / booked sessions from the package. So we're doing the package management for you. We're keeping a record of that. We can present that to you as a coach. So you're able to see exactly at a glance how many sessions you've got left, who they're left with. In this case, if you look down here, there's a indication that you have a package, a session in play right now. The client could view it too if they want to view their notes. We've got a pre-filled in set of workout, structured workout, which a coach can fill in. It's not the focus of the app. I know there are other apps out there that do this kind of stuff, but it's something that we can do. And if you like it and want more of it, then let us know, because we're always open to feedback and making it as good as we can for our users. So, okay, we'll go back to the home page, and you should see now that if we look at Layla from both sides, in one case on the client side, you can see that this is showing us in a session is in progress, and there's a quick link into it. And if we go to the coach's side, you see that's gone down from 16 to 15. So that's a big part of what the app is able to do. A big part of it is that you're no longer having to count your sessions in your head or on WhatsApp or maybe in a spreadsheet or something. You've an app that's going to help you sort of manage your business as a coach. Earnings and getting paid. Okay, cool. So this is we'll look at the coach's side of this, obviously, because it's them who earn and get paid. But we have a couple of things to talk about. So first of all, you've got some abilities to see all time, this year, last month, this month, which kind of do what they say on the tin. The indicator down here will tell you if you've got any outstanding fees. So if we go to the home page, you can see that someone owes us some money, Priya Nair, and she's nearly run out of sessions. And what we can do with Priya is mark it as having Daniel is the one who hasn't paid. Apologies, Priya. But yeah, so if we go to Daniel, we can see that there's an option over here to mark as paid. So this is because we fully support payments off platform if that's what you want to do. If you want to deal in cash, and of course you're tax compliant, because of course you are. If that's how you want to operate, if you've got your own payment system, maybe from your online bank or something, you don't have to integrate with us. You can just say, like by pressing this button, that the guy's paid or the girl's paid, and if you do that, then it will. Just to remind you, so we've got the 4,500 dirhams outstanding. If we go back to our client and mark that as paid, then the notification will go away. It's also removed from the home page, and if we go into earnings, you can see there's now nothing outstanding. So you've got that basic kind of ability to track who owes you what. Excuse me. What else? So by package breakdown, yes, if you look sort of down, you can see where your money's coming from. So in this case, clearly the bulk is coming from the 10 session pack and a bit less from the 20 session pack. The 5 session pack isn't selling so well. Always happy to expand on this. If you guys have got ideas, if there's more information you want to see, just let us know. We really do want to help you. I mean, this whole project has come about from a personal trainer that's made a big impact on my life, and definitely trying to do a lot to show my appreciation. So you guys, let us know what you're... in fact, that's a good point. If we go to the settings, you can see there's a little feedback thing here, send feedback. I will pay attention to your feedback. This is me personally, right? So if you've got ideas, if you've got a feature you think that we could have, or if there's something wrong with it or something, please do use that feature. Let us know. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you probably have my number anyway, so you can just get in touch. It's not hard to find. All right, so where are we? Earnings, yeah. Okay, cool. So what have we looked at? Transaction list, yeah. Down here at the bottom, you can see who's paid what when. It might be worth being able to export that if that's something you guys want, to be able to sort of save that as a spreadsheet or something. Let us know. It wouldn't be very difficult to put together. And then payment collection. That's an interesting one. So as I said to you, we do support payments offline, which is we're not sort of forcing you to use some kind of payment provider and then taking a cut if you do. But you can use a payment provider. So at the moment, for the demo, it's wired up to a test account. But what you could do if you went into the payment settings, which either through that notification or if you go to your, just from the homepage here, if you go to your profile and then come down to payment settings, same way, get to the same thing. You can choose a couple things. So if you like, at the moment, we accept payments through Stripe. We will probably expand on that. And also we have multiple currency selection. At the moment this is testing, so for the point of this demo, I'm not planning to actually change Stripe details and so on, but you know, there's a bunch of supported currencies which will not only change your platform's reporting and the issuance when if you make requests to clients for payments, but also how you get paid if you use Stripe. It will be that currency. It's worth knowing that at the moment the base currency is Great British Pounds, because that's the greatest type of British pound. But basically Stripe will charge you a small, I think 2% a conversion fee. So we do outline that in the terms and conditions, and if it's not clear enough, let us know. We can make it clearer. But at the moment, if you're lucky, sign up, and there are like literally no fees at all, right? We don't take anything off the Stripe payment, and we're not charging a kind of a monthly fee or anything. And I'm pretty certain I will grandfather in that type of thing, like unless we've got thousands of sign-ups. If you sign up and it's a free account today, it will probably stay a free account for at least the next few years. But yeah, if you click the Connect Stripe account, you would be able to go over to Stripe. That's an external payment provider, so we never deal with your like credit card details, bank account number, anything like that. You're handing it over to them, and then basically, once you have done, someone like Layla would be able to make a payment. So let's say, for example, because you can give a customer 2 packages at once, if we go over to Layla, who is online and logged in, and give her another package, which costs money. And we're using Stripe. Let's make sure we're using Stripe. Going over to... I'm slightly lost, excuse me. Here we go. Collect payment by Stripe. Connect Stripe account. Are we going to have to log in? That's fine. I mean, you're going to have to take my word for it. Basically, if you set up your Stripe details and then give a package to Layla, she'll have the option to pay through Stripe. If you don't, and you're going to handle payments outside of Stripe, basically that would look like this. So we'll click onto Layla. I'll assign her another package. Yeah, it's fine. It's just telling you that there is already one. And we'll say it's like the 300 dirham one, just to incur a payment. 2 things to mention as you do this: that you must handle the payment yourself. We're not like going to use Stripe, because in this case you haven't opted into Stripe. And you can, if you have already received the payment, mark it already as paid. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say that it's due, but I want to get her set up for a session in like tomorrow, and I'm expecting her to pay when she arrives. So one of the things that will happen when you review and assign that is you'll see terms and conditions that they're going to have to agree to, including when the package would expire. how long it would last for, pricing, your no-show policy. If you want to change the defaults, we think they're pretty useful defaults. You can do that, and I'll show you how. But just notice how one of the things that we do get and record for your own sort of legal liability or protection is the fact that they have agreed to those terms and conditions. So in this case, she hasn't. She would need to. I'm going to click the View Terms button over here. I get to read what the coach has said his terms and conditions are, and I can press I accept. And we get a notification over here, I suspect with a little pull down that will refresh and show that that's now been paid. That the terms have been accepted. And as you can see, again, it needs to be paid, and it shows up in the earnings tab as needing to be paid. So a little kind of end-to-end there of how that works. And then, as I said I would, if you go to your homepage and your settings, down here you have your training policy. And basically, you'll have a look through this in your own time, I'm sure, but you can set like what the cancellation policy is, how many hours in advance before that a credit would be deducted, whether, for example, a no-show would cost a credit. I'm not sure why you might switch this off unless you're particularly lenient, but it's up to you as a coach how you, like I said, we put the defaults in that we think are pretty good, but you can change them. But what will happen though is if they don't tag in, if they don't scan the QR code when they meet you, we will register that as a no-show and automatically deduct them. We'll send them an email telling them that that's what's happened, and we'll tell them it's from the platform, not the coach. So one of the things we try to make easy for coaches are difficult conversations, because I know firsthand how nice coaches can struggle to have those conversations. So we say, as a platform, please be aware that you've missed your session, a credit's been deducted on this occasion. You have the option, in fact, to have a grace period and say, like, okay, I'll let them off once a month or something, or once every 3 months. And then we'll say that on this occasion we haven't deducted a credit, but that again is up to you. But we won't say that it was up to you. We won't say that they've decided. We'll say on this occasion we've decided. So we try and keep anything negative phrased from us and anything positive phrased from you as a coach. But you can manage the terms and conditions that they'll have to sign, or they'll have to agree to. And you'll have evidence that they've agreed to them. What else is there? Let's have a little look. So you've seen the QR check-in, the client progress and history. Yeah, cool. Let's go see that. So go look at clients. Look at Layla, who, if you notice, shows now as a little red dot on the right that she's not paid her bills. And that Amir Khalid is waiting to accept his terms, but we'll mark her as paid. She's good. You can't fault Layla. She's all right. She's all right. So okay, what we're gonna look at some of her history. She may not have checked in. I'm gonna just check from her side. If we go to profile, progress. She has. Perfect. Here we go. So you click in the progress tab and look at that. Just the kind of results you want to see, I'm sure, right? If weight loss is what you're after. One of the things you can do as a coach is you can record PRs on her behalf. And there's some UI for that. And also you can prompt her to weigh in, and also to record her sleep. So did she sleep well? Did she not? Let's go look at that from Layla's perspective. So, and I'll just keep this on hers just to illustrate the point. We'll go over to progress. Where are we? So if she wanted, she could record her weight, and if she wanted, she could record her sleep, that it was, a good let's say 8 hours of sleep, which would be nice, as it's 4 a.m. in the morning for me. And what do we have? We have some information, hopefully. And if not, you can always just pull the screen down and refresh, which is a feature in its own right. She has to be okay with sharing that. So for privacy reasons, they have to opt into sharing that. So I don't right now remember how to do that, but I will ensure that it's clear for anyone that needs to do it, and that will be showing. But the point is, you can see their details, and you can prompt them to report. Let's look at notifications. I kind of touched on this a bit, and you've seen a lot of them. But if we go to our profile, you can look at notifications for a coach, and if you go to her profile, you can look at notifications for a client, and you can get an idea of the kinds of messages that are being that you can opt out of, and the ones that you can't opt out of as a client, and similar for you as a coach. So if you don't want to be reminded that one of your packages are expiring soon, you can opt out. If you don't want to be reminded that your client hasn't renewed a week after the package has expired, you can opt out, that kind of thing. As far as a client is concerned, some of the messages they can opt out of, but most of them are required for the system to operate. And we're going to do things like send them an email when a session is confirmed, if a coach cancels, if, let's say, they arrive late when there's only 3 sessions remaining, when there's only 1 session remaining, that kind of thing. So you've got control over the notifications that will come to you as a client and as a coach. And then finally, I guess the recap is that packages, sessions, payments, and progress are all tracked automatically in real time on both phones. So I hope you find this useful as a product demonstration. I know it's brief. I realize it's late for me, and I appreciate your patience, because this is all fun and games, right? What to say. I hope you find it useful. Get in touch if there's anything you need, and I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.